welcome to part 2 of Kawaguchi's Gamble. Japanese have made it on the bottom, making some good headway, on top. Hopefully going to crunch those Americans right in the middle. Need to find that AA gun, because that AA gun is critical to the victory of the Americans, because it alone, if it stays hidden on the hill, if it's on the hill, will win the game for the Americans, which is really an interesting setup. That means the Japanese have to go chase that thing down. So I'm going to try my best to find it. We've got some timestamps to, if you want to avoid some of the stuff, you just want to look up some rules. I'll try and pop in some rule sections for you guys. For Banzais, pretty much it's just Banzai and hand-to-hand close combat is pretty much what you're going to be looking at in this specific scenario. There's no armor, there's an AA gun, and those are pretty simple. So not a lot of timestamps, but that suggestion has been given to me, and I think it's a good one. It's been a sleight of mind. So anyway, enjoy the second episode. We kind of burned through this one in 4 parts, so stick with it. There's a lot of learning involved. Brian's a new player, so we go over things, you know, sometimes we'll back something up, and we'll make a different decision, things like that. I try not to influence his decision. I just want to show him, oh, if you do this, you might be exposed to this, or if you don't do this, you might be exposed to that sort of thing. So it's just a learning environment, and let's go with that. So let's check out part 2. Have a good time. The last session was really good. Because we went over, because your experience is limited, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't tell.
Right? No. Actually, no. I like your setup. It's like, that's why. Hey, I really like your setup, because that's something I would have done. And so, when we went over the, first of all, it's SK4, so it's new, and then when we went over the terrain changes to make sure we're both on the same page, and then I changed the terrain to the dense jungle that you had noticed, and you know, through Vassal, and so it makes a better visual representation. And then we went over lines of sight and things like that, just so we're both on the same page, and to make sure that I refresh my mind on what the hell I'm doing. And then
that's what really got me. That was amazing that you pointed that out, because you didn't point out, oh yeah, you can't do fire groups in like dense jungles and candies and bamboos, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, and like, you have a bunch of guys like double stacks together. It's like, you can't be doing that. So
yeah, it's like, oh.
So again, because that really doesn't exist in the present starter kit series. Only in starter kit 4 does the terrain really change the game. Another corrections that we made, I think I'm overstacked in H1, so let me throw one of those guys in the back. Let me throw the strongest unit in the back.
All right, yeah, there needs to be only 2 max.
Let me throw the strongest guy in the back. I'm throwing the 447 and an LMG that's not CX'd behind in H0.
Right.
I'm going to throw him in the back. And the guy in I1 is not concealed. This is not ASL. They do not gain concealment when out of LOS, only if they're in concealment terrain, which differs from ASL. And so,
oh, okay.
But when you set
remember
up,
you rolled dice in the other one.
Yeah, remember you rolled that. But when you set up, like, say this were my setup right here, right? The 447, if I had concealments, well, even if I didn't, if this were the beginning of the game, he would get a concealment. No, actually, if I had a concealment, I couldn't place it on him. But if you're not an LOS, then I can grow one before the game. So, but you can't do that during the game. So it's really kind of contradictory. Unless he can grow it during the game, but I did not see it. It says strictly concealment terrain gains. Gain concealment if in concealment terrain, and you don't really quote gain it at the beginning of the game. Like if he were over here in E3, right? He's obviously in open ground, and so therefore I couldn't place concealments on him. If he was over here, I couldn't place, but then he would like get it in the beginning. It's really kind of odd. I did a stupid concealment video on that, and it kind of goes over the differences, but it's pretty much only on setup, and it's kind of weird. Anyway.
I read it. 8.3.1. He says like on the concealment game,
right?
If provided that no enemy unit has line of sight to it and it is in concealment terrain.
Right.
I see.
And that's during the game, but at setup it's slightly different. So it's kind of weird. So this is we're gonna go to Japanese turn 3, right?
Yep, Japanese turn 3 is your turn.
Okay, and so another thing I think I messed up, but it didn't make a difference in the long run because I think I counted the movement factors of the Banzai charge incorrectly. I think when they were both in D1 and D2, back over here, when they were both back over here,
Yeah.
I went to E1, E2, and I think I counted 1. I should have counted 2 for the E2, but it was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it still would have done the same thing. And still be in the same position.
It's like 8 movement points. Like
right.
Movement back.
Yeah, but again, like I said, I was totally screwed up on the thing. I didn't even conceal any of my guys right in the beginning of the game. So you know, that tells you what the hell's going on with that. So anyway,
well, you still got there. You chopped them up. So there you go.
Yeah,
example
exactly.
One Banzai goes
exactly.
well.
That's one of the Banzai charges I want to have, is that you can't fire back on me. How about that? So
yeah, exactly. That one, there's a lot of firepower at it. Yeah. You do when you aim it at a weak spot and you go crazy.
Right. Okay. Now is where I am going to try to do my little concealment stripping garbage. So let's read that. I'm going to try to invoke Scenario Special Rule 2 once per game turn after game turn 1. So we're in game turn 3, so that's legit. The Japanese player may make a die roll at the start of the Japanese movement phase. Okay, so I got no rallies. I don't think you have any rallies. Oh, you know what? Let me
get 1 sec. No, I don't think so, there. No.
During the movement phase, so I have no rallies.
No rallies for me. You don't want to switch your support weapons or do any of that fun stuff?
No, I've only got a couple. Let's see. These guys up here. This guy's up there in the back. 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, nothing up there. And so no. And let's go to prep fire phase.
Yep.
Interesting. I'm not going to go to prep fire.
Okay, so you're going straight to movement?
Straight to movement phase.
Okay.
Let me make sure this thing's right. There we go.
Reading that special roll again. So you do a dice roll. So you can only do this once. And
once per game. Yeah. Make it
once per game. So does that mean if you screw it up, you can't do it again?
Correct. Because you once per game, I make a die roll, not per result. I don't get it per result. So
if the result is less than or equal to the current turn, so it's turn 3. So you have to get two or 1.
1 or 2, right?
1 or 2. Sorry.
And then you just have to make a normal morale check, which is 8s anyway. So it's not like it's a game breaker. It's like if I get lucky, I get lucky. So.
But it results in a concealment loss, so that's a good.
Right. So I'm gonna try that. So I don't know why it's just not automatic. I mean, 8's pretty damn easy to roll. So let me roll my traditional 6. Oh, back to the.
There we go. Are you gonna try the SSR? Or are you gonna wait? Or?
Yes, I'm gonna try the SSR. It's because you got 3 guys available right now. That one guy in H5 can just jump on Jones and essentially be immune, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that just gives me 2 options. And so what the hell? I'll just try it. We'll try to get a rule going here.
So just a 1 die roll, right?
A little die roll and boom, 3. So
3.
that rule and whole 9 yards is gone. My scenario special rule has come and gone. So let's just continue with the movement phase. That's the start of the movement phase. Okay, boom, we're good with that. I'm happy. And what we're going to do here, we're going to do something crazy. We're going to conduct another Banzai charge.
Oh Christ! Okay.
So I think I could do I think the Banzai charges are different than from Berserk charges. So I could do them at any time, but we're just going to start with a Banzai charge. Like I can move like 1 unit and then Banzai like everyone else, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Like if I move D4 to draw your guys' fire, then I'll Banzai later and you've already first fired at least. But I just want to get this one over with, so this will be all happy and fun. Okay. So these guys down here. It'll be Kishimoto on the bottom. It'll be yeah, not that guy. It'll be H8, which is the 347 striped, and the two guys in G9, which he's going to lose his CS. The two guys.
The target is I8.
The target is I8.
Okay.
Right, that's the only guy in L. Well, that's the only guy. I'm using 347. I could technically charge Feng, but yeah, no, that's you're just throwing away 15 squads right there. So that's not gonna happen.
No, in the way I've been rolling, you might be able to get up there.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and wall up this guy, and
all right,
it might be good, it might be bad. I think I'm gonna take lots of casualties, but that's something that you got to do.
I think you can afford it, really.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of guys up top. So, all right, so we're gonna start moving phase. So let's get the. I've actually moved my Banzai.
So just to be clear, the participating units is G9.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark them with the Banzai. I found the Banzai marker. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I found the Banzai markers, and it'll be all these guys here. And I should do my MMGs, but yeah, but that's all I got. That's all I got.
All right, America, stand true. Not that you have a choice.
Yeah, there you go. And so we're gonna pop here. We're gonna clone this, and so it'll be like this direction here. Let's see if I can. Oh, I like it that the arrows. This is reminiscent of the old squad leader, the virtual squad leader. It's like Vassal, but for squad leader, is that the tanks move on the counters, but the information doesn't move. So just the tank moves, and then the counter stays square. Yeah, it's so much cleaner. Why that transition didn't come over to Vassal, I don't know, but it's pretty cool. I mean, maybe it was a big pain in the ass. It's easier to move counter. So that's my direction. Okay.
Yep.
So
go for it.
put the little pretty Banzai counters on there, so we're ready to Banzai. And first impulse is going to be 2.
Okay.
2.
So I can do the first fire after the first impulse, right?
Yes, you do it per impulse, but all my guys have to move first before you can choose a target. And so in this instance, I8 must fire because someone entered his location, and he can only fire on the 347.
Okay.
But what do you get to use?
I guess you use triple point blank fire, right?
Absolutely. So he's going to be, unfortunately, he's already striped. I don't see this guy surviving, to be honest with you. So you will be first fired.
So first fired, so it'll be 18.
Correct.
So it'll be triple point blank fire will be 18.
Actually, it'll be 15.
15, sorry.
Yeah.
15. But you get the terrain of +2 for the dense jungle.
Right.
And you get -1 for I get -1 for not doing a sub movement.
Correct.
And what else? I think that's it.
Yep, sounds good to me.
So it's 15 up 1. All right, here we go.
Go ahead and roll. USB. Yeah, USB not recognized. Okay, I've only plugged in.
You've got to be joking.
Oh my goodness. Hey, at least you didn't cower. So.
Man, oh, that's nothing.
That nothing at all?
That's nothing because it's a 15, which goes down to 12, right? And then 11 plus 1 becomes a 12.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right. You know what? Since these guys fire so badly, you deserve to die. That's the way. I've been terrible.
Well, you got 6 residual there, so get your residual counter out. And
right. By the way, in dense jungle, I mean, when you do jump on do this Banzai charge or go into close combat, how does the stacking limits work?
Limits apply on a per side basis.
On a per side basis. Okay, so you can jump. You can have only one more person and a leader jump into that text, right?
Correct. So 6 residual firepower. So that guy, his Banzai charge is done. He can no longer move anymore. but these other guys can move. Okay.
They can move adjacent to the enemy.
Correct.
Right?
They can move adjacent, or they can enter it, or since there's already a unit in the hex, they can just stop right where they are.
Yep.
So
you can stop.
Right. Nope. Nope. We're gonna keep going. Which is really kind of odd because like the 10 minus 1, let's say so we're gonna move yeah, let's go there.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna
You just need to shoot them, man. You need to shoot them. They're just running in front of you. My god.
Okay, we're gonna go H7 there. And the funny thing is I'm still gonna move the guys in I9. The guys in I9 can then go to H8 because I'm still going adjacent to you, which is really kind of odd. Even though I kind of went boom, I can kind of so.
Actually, should you have to move into J8? Because you have to
no, I just have to continue moving adjacent to you.
Ah.
And so that would be continue moving adjacent to you. And actually, I hadn't thought about that. So
you can move into I7. The unit at H7 can move into I7. Can they?
Yes. Yes. Because that's still accessible. Plus, it's also adjacent to you as well.
Correct.
And then these guys down here, I was thinking about. I actually hadn't thought about jumping back into H8, but that might be a nice spot to do because that would keep me on the hill.
Yeah. Because you'll have to go you have to pay a lot of movement to go up the hill. Yeah. Oh, you weren't up in the hill actually when you started in H9.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to H8. So that's
H9.
H9. So the first
H8. You're right.
So the first movement was 1, because actually it was 2 because I entered your hex. Now the second impulse is 4 movement factors have expended. So there's 2 movement factors for each of these units here.
Okay.
And so yeah, and so the unit in well, hold on. Let me back up. When I first moved into you right there, you first fired on me. You may subsequent first fire that unit if you choose, because I expended 2 movement factors in your hex.
You know what? I might as well. That's what I'm going to do. So I can fire. So it's going to be subsequent first fire. So I'm just going to flip that over.
Right.
So it's triple times 3. So it's 15 divided by 2 is 7.5.
Right. Well, let me warn you. Let me warn you, if you want to final fire on his second movement factor expenditure, if I move any one of those units in there and you're already final fired, you have to fire on him again, and it will double as a morale check.
That's fine.
Okay.
I have 8 morale check. I can't.
8 morale.
I gotta kill somebody.
Right. That's 8 morale when you just ignore the final protective fire penalty and you just go for it. All right. So what do we arrive at there?
So it's about 7.5, which goes down to a 6 on the IFT. It's a +2 for the terrain because of dense jungle, -1 because you're not using a sub move. So it's basically a 6 fire on +1, 6 up 1.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
there you go.
That's what we needed in the first roll.
Yeah, I know. I needed that a long time. Let me adjust one of my stupid charts here. Hold on 1 second. Sure.
It's kind of big. I've got IFT chart popping up on OBS, and I got to find out where it is.
I got the paper one in my desk right here.
Oh, there it is. Locked. I just want to make it a little bit smaller. It's a little oppressive. Okay, there we go. And then lock it back up. Okay, so you got a cheesy little 1 morale check on me, huh? All right.
That's
so
the
now,
American firepower you're talking about.
What is my morale for this unit? What do I need to roll?
I think you got +1 to your morale level, so it's 8.
Right,
so
right.
But since 1 morale check, so that cancels that. So you just need a 7 below.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't get pinned because you're freaking Banzai.
All right, here's my morale check. 5.
There
you go.
Damn it!
Hey.
Oh my God!
Time for some ass kicking.
I told you to shoot at them, not shoot over their heads. God damn it.
Okay. So I didn't anticipate that, but it would have been nice to roll a 7.
I didn't anticipate that at all either, right?
Just kind of rub it in a little bit more there.
Oh, your Japanese soldiers is like, oh my God, I didn't expect.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, and then we'll go.
All right.
And then we'll go 4 right there.
All right. I am not going to defensive fire.
Okay. Damn. The question is, do I need 2 guys in that hex? That's the question.
You're lax, so like you have a bit of a disadvantage too.
Only if I advance. Only if I advance into close combat do you roll for ambush. If I advance into close combat, like if I ended my movement phase here, right? If I ended it here, and then all these would flip, right? At the end of the movement phase.
Really? So there's no lax modifier for.
Actually, well, if I ended it like right here, right?
Yeah.
And let's assume that the 6 is gone, right? And then let's say I take H7, one guy from H7, and I jump the 558. That's in close combat right now. Actually, we should put a close combat marker on him. So that's close combat. If I advance him into close combat, or if I advance one of these guys over into I7 and I don't want to run into him, then the ambush die roll applies. But if I'm already in your hex, you only roll for ambush if you advance into an enemy location. Even though I'm already in your location at I8, if I advance someone in there, it's pretty much going to screw me over because then we got to roll for ambush. So for Banzais, you want to put everybody in that hex, and you don't want to advance any of your Banzai guys in there because they're all going to be lax.
I get it. So like that's the advantage of Banzai human, that you don't get the ambush there.
Right. You don't get to roll for ambush, which honestly is what you want, because if you're running into jungle, you're going to have a detriment anyway. And then,
exactly.
And then your lax is a detriment. And then if you're advancing into the concealed units location, like if one of the units in H7 were to advance into I7 after Banzaiing, tell me what the modifier would be from me. Tell what the modifiers I'm looking at right there.
So if you, so you're asking me if you advance into close combat with me.
Yeah, in I7. Let's just say I7. That's the example. So let's say these guys in H7, these jokers in H7 advance into I7.
So the Japanese would get, so they'll get +1 because they're lax because they did the Banzai charge.
Right.
They'll get another +1 because they're attacker in the jungle.
Right.
So that's +2. That's about it, really.
And what do you get?
I get
an I7.
It doesn't say anything else. Oh no, I'm not a raider. I'm a paramarine.
No, what's on top of your unit?
What's on top of my unit?
Yeah. You're concealed, right?
No, I'm not concealed.
No, I7.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about that unit. Sorry.
I7. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm concealed. Yeah, so I get the -2.
Yeah. So essentially, I have a +4 to my die roll.
Yeah. So there you go.
And so you're never going to ambush anybody with the +4. I mean, that's a guaranteed non-ambush particular. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Oh, not double lax. Let's delete that one. I haven't adjusted this mouse. Yeah, so that's wonderful. So
I guess the triple point blank fire is basically representing like once you just run into the whole willy into the area, which is pretty devastating. It's supposed to be bloody devastating, but you know.
Right. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna take the H7 guys. Actually, problem is if that's an 8 morale unit, it's gonna be 1. Yeah, no, that's right. Sending 2 guys in there is actually not even necessary because the dice roll modifier for me to kill you is actually rather high.
Yeah, it's a hand-to-hand. You get a -1 because you're Japanese. It's freaking crazy.
We're gonna send 1 dude in there.
Into my conceal guy?
Yeah, we're gonna throw him in there. We're gonna clone that.
Do I have to triple point blank fire? I have to triple point blank fire, so I lose concealment, right?
Right, and then these guys will move into that hex there. And so this will be 6 movement factors in this instance. And because I am Banzaiing, I will not bounce back off of your units because I'm Banzaiing. I just enter that location, and then you'll lose concealment, and then you have to do your triple point blank fire upon me.
Okay, I'll do that. So let me just get rid of the concealment. Hey, surprise! Oh, not really. But anyway, so it's 15 plus 2 for the dense jungle again,
Right.
and -1 because you're not using assault movement. So it's 15 up 1, so that becomes a 12 up 1.
Right.
Okay. So here we go. Oh, okay, that's okay. So it's an 8. So it's a 1 morale check. So you need a 7 or below.
Okay. Sounds good.
Holy
Sounds good.
jeez, man, you should be dying. Die, die. Yeah.
All right, I'm
But you're
dying.
still
Oh, wait,
alive.
I'll just flip it over instead.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Okay, so you first fired there. So you first fired on this guy. So you
What
got.
are you wearing bulletproof vests or something like that? What the hell, man?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're
Oh
called.
wait a
my
minute! I get to
Japanese
fire. I'm
allies
gonna
in
fire
front of me.
again. I'm gonna fire again.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna fire again.
First fire. Okay.
Yeah. All right. This is gonna finish you.
It might.
All right. So I think it's going to be 6 up 1 this time.
Right.
So 7. It's 15 divided by 2, 7.5. Dense jungle plus 2. Non-stop movement -1. So it's 6 up 1. Okay.
Right. Okay, and that will. Well, that's going to fire
That's
anyway.
that's nothing.
Yeah, that's going to carry us. But you have the 6 residual in that hex. So, you're going to make this interesting.
And it's close combat. Oh, but guys can. These super elite guys don't know how to fire.
Okay, since you're rolling so well, this is probably a mistake. But I'm going to throw the 4-4. Oh, I could throw a 2-2-8 in there, and his morale level will be 9.
What 2-2-8? Oh, you have a crew, don't you? Oh, you're gonna bring the crew in there?
Hey, crew's bad. He's bad. But he'd have a 9
don't
morale.
Don't they have a lower? Don't they have a lower PP because they're?
Is his IPC -1? If so, I'll just drop the MMGs. I'll just take. Actually, I'll just move the leader. I won't move those guys. But I thought it was they could only carry their IBCs. Well, let me double check. You're probably.
Let me double check that too. Because the crew. What's the crew of PPs?
Everyone is or carry more than their IPC. So that is their IPC. So it's 3, which is kind of odd because they have 8 movement factors. It's almost like they're CXing, but they still get to carry it.
Wow, are you kidding me? They're running across with a heavy machine gun. These guys
8 movement
freaking
factors.
Strong and fast.
Isn't that weird? That is just weird. So
Thank God, Jesus.
You know what? I'm going to do that. I am going. I can't fire the mediums anyway in the advanced fire phase.
No.
So just for the hell of it, let's throw one of the 2T8s in there, and that will be 8 movement factors. And so he shot first with the 6 residual firepower at a 6+1. Yep. So that's a free shot.
Okay, here we go. Oh, for crying out loud, man.
Okay. Hey, you don't want that to be your second roll. So, and now,
all right. So now,
since I jumped into your hex, you have to at least fire 1 more time.
Okay, so it's a 6 up 1 again.
Right.
All right, here we go.
And that's what we're looking for. So no effect for me, but you are now pinned because that is your number, essentially your morale check. So.
Oh my God.
You are pinned, and you have 2 guys that want to chop you up.
Oh my God, man.
And so, since that was 8 movement factors, I'm done with that. I'm done with that Banzai charge. So.
Christ almighty, man.
So
Banzais are good. I think Banzais are great in the jungle where it's restricted. I mean, if it's like open ground, you'd be dead. But,
yeah, especially if you got like just a couple units. It's just your first fire, subsequent first fire, and then you got final protective fire. And most of the Americans will have 8 morale in the PTO series. Well, in SK, I think they all have 8 morale. So it helps a lot in that aspect. So that movement's done over there. So those guys, we'll see what happens. You never know. But your pin helps a lot. That reduces your firepower substantially in close combat. So that will give me a chance to survive because you can just jump to kill the crew quite easily. So.
Well, I'm gonna go for the whole smash.
Yeah. You might as well.
I'm desperate now. I'll go for everything.
Right.
It's hand-to-hand too, right? It's hand-to-hand. The numbers are great.
Yeah, hand-to-hand's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So what are we going on there?
So that's we're still doing movement.
Yeah, still
so
doing
you
movement.
finished your Banzai charge, right?
Yeah. Banzai charge is done.
Okay.
Wow, these guys are. D3 will back up to C5. He's just going to assault move back there. Exit
Okay.
your LOS.
Yep.
The unit in will assault move from F7 to F6.
Okay.
The units in F8 will assault move to F7.
Okay.
And then E5, E6 will assault move into F5. So he's going to assault move in here. You're likely not going to have dummies because dummies don't exist in SK. So I have to bounce back.
So you,
and you have to reveal at least one unit.
Okay. And I'm just going to. I guess I'm going to first fire.
Okay. And I assault move though, so I'll get the assault move bonus. So.
Yep.
So that'll be A+2.
There's an A+2. Yep. Yeah, wow.
Now you could fire again because I expended 2 movement factors.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I gotta put that stupid man on you.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. It's not bad. So all those guys have moved. You know what? I need to mark my guys.
You got residual. I got residual.
Yeah. Let me do my preferences.
So I think I think I got 6, right?
Yeah. 4. 4. The 8.
Was it 4?
8 half is 4. But all those guys are done moving anyway.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. My guys aren't marked moved because I deselected that because I was doing something else on the side.
Okay.
So and then I'll just have the guys up top to move. Let's see, what do we got going on here? This unit here, this is a single unit, is going to CX. He's going to go 1. He has a concealment on him. Let me just clone that. And he's going to CX. Move, CX. All right.
So if he moves, then he loses concealment.
If he's an LOS to an enemy unit.
No, but no, I think it says like if you use your movement factor, it doesn't matter if you're in line of sight or not.
No, the concealment stays on.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, until I non-assault move in the LOS of an known enemy, an enemy unit, and your hip unit doesn't matter, because I don't know he's there.
Oh, okay, I see it. I read that. Okay, yeah, you're right.
And so, yeah, he could retain that until, essentially, he could probably see like a bad guy, and you don't have anybody on the back side of that ridge, so it's 1 there, and then we're gonna go 2 here.
Yep.
And then we're going to go 3 because it's the path in K3.
All right, my guy's in there.
Oh, okay, so you kept them there? Okay, I bounced back. I had to check that back hill because you could have just stuck him back in L1 and just sat there the whole game.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm going to. Now
these guys are going to get chopped up.
Yeah, I'm going to fire.
Okay, so those guys will lose concealment, and this is going to be bad.
How many guys not exposed?
Okay.
And sorry, I'm hipping these guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember to flip your covered arc. Remember to flip your covered arc to him. I'm pretty sure it was probably going to be that direction anyway, so not a big deal.
Yeah, it's 360 though. Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. You still have a covered arc, but the 360 just means your modifiers for changing covered arc will differ. So I'm going to assume your cover arc was there. Which was it? You want it here or you want it there? Here covers the open ground. Here covers the hill.
I'll basically point it to the hill and stuff.
Okay,
like
let's go there. Okay. And then this guy will just be under him. So yeah,
yeah.
So at that point, if I were to move someone in L4, like over here, let me take one of the dead guys. If I were to move a unit over, well, you couldn't see him in K5, and you want to fire on him, you'd have to change your covered arc and then be subject to penalties, but because you're a circled one, your penalties will be less than say like a non-turret gun or like an artillery piece or something like that, because you could.
Could I change? Just out of curiosity, if I'm HIP, can I change my cover art, or I'm not allowed to do that?
It would cause loss of concealment hip if someone has an LOS of you. I think you would lose it. I'm going off of the ASL concealment loss chart, where there's special conditions where if you do anything outside, well, obviously if you move, you don't retain your hip. But I'm not sure if you change your covered arc, if you maintain hip status. I don't think that you would lose it, but I'm not sure. But yeah. But anyway, blast away.
Okay. Well, I'm blasting away. All right, so I have a rate of fire 3, so that's fantastic. I have a firepower equivalent of 8. 8, and it's going to be double, so 16. You are not using assault movement, right?
Correct.
So and you're in the open, so it's actually -2, so it's 16 minus 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And notice
and I get rate of fire.
4. Is that a K?
That is it's a casualty reduction. K/3.
Okay. Oof. Oh wow. That's not good. All right. So what happens here is my 347.
Yeah.
He's still considered like a full squad, so he'll then just be a half squad. That's his casualty reduction.
Wow. Okay.
And then he takes the morale check. So the morale check would be a 7, so he will break. It's a 3. My ELR is 4, so that's fine. He's just a broken unit.
So there's like no disadvantage of being like banded for the Japanese, right? You'll still go down to the same half.
Yeah, if you're banded, you're just slightly reduced in firepower. Yep.
Okay. So that was like so that was a firepower.
And you're not first fired because you got rate of fire.
Oh, okay. So, but I have a residual of 8 firepower.
If you I think IFEs. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. If you maintain rate, I don't think you get to leave residual. But if you want to leave residual, then you'll be first fired.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that I just want to double check that it applies to infantry firepower equivalent units.
See, this is amazing. What I like about these things. Because you tell me all these little things. Just like,
these little things make the difference.
Oh yeah, playing ASL wrong for the last 10 years. Just looking it up right now. I go residual fire.
Yeah, okay. But with your so you're a 37mm gun. The 3 rate of fire applies to the to hit. Since you're using infantry firepower equivalent, it reduces the rate of fire number by 1. But you rolled a 1 on your infantry on your attack anyway. So essentially, you're a 2 rate of fire, 8 firepower weapon.
Yeah, and I just read here. I can choose to retain rate of fire, leaves no residual firepower. Just read that here. And the residual fire in SK4 construction. So yeah, I don't leave any residual fire.
Okay. Yeah, since you
so I'm gonna keep my my firepower.
If you maintain rate, keep it going. Or if that's like the only hex, like if that's like the exit hex of a scenario, and it's like the last turn, you might as well. You might as well just maintain your rate and just shoot again for the next time. So absolutely.
Yeah, so, I'm not gonna fire again against that unit.
All right. Well, on this guy, you can only fire on him once because he only expended 1 movement point, 1 movement factor. There.
Right. You're right.
So,
you're right.
So these other guys, ooh, that's juicy. Okay, we may have to. I think we have to. I think we have to take this guy out. 2, 3.
Do a Banzai charge.
I could right now.
I know that's it.
I could right now. Everyone would die, but I'd get one guy to you.
The way I've been rolling, man. I mean,
I would get one guy to you, to be honest.
All you need is one guy.
Yeah. That actually wouldn't be.
They say for you to take over the hill. They didn't say for you all of you to come back. Say anything about that?
Oh my goodness. 2. Man, I don't want to lose Fujita this early. A 9-1 is pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm thinking about moving the guy in I2 straight to K2 because you can't see him until he gets to K2. But that would be another point.
And I think my cover arc is. Oh, I'll have to twist.
Yeah, you'd have to swivel and then fire.
I think it's just +1. Oh no, it's plus shit. What is it? I'm just looking up the modifiers.
Yeah, if you got ready to fire on this guy, I think I would just get shredded. So I think wow, that's a tough choice. The aim morale is actually pretty good. I just can't have you roll like a snake eyes on these.
So it's +1 for each hex side. I change for
right
360 mount.
All right, let's do this. Let's go. We're just gonna move. We're not gonna Banzai with everyone. So we're gonna go I1. We'll go to 1 to J1.
Okay.
And
can I see him there?
The dense jungle.
No, I can't because
the jungle is going to block line of sight, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So he's going to 1, and then he's going to go 2, 3 into K2.
All right, I'm gonna fire.
And then you'll have to swivel your gun. You can swivel it however you want to get your covered arc in him. So
it's
change your covered arc of your A gun.
Yeah,
so there, boom there. So
it's a +1.
Well, you're not going to be happy with this because when you change in essentially woods or building, it doubles the modifier.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's so you'll have a +2 on that, but you're still gonna have your your firepower is still gonna be ridiculously high.
It's just going to be 16.
Yeah.
So it's +2, +4 because of jungle.
Right.
So it's +4 altogether, I should say. You're not using a sub movement, so it's -1, so it's +3.
Right.
Wow. Okay. But it's 16. I still get 16.
16 plus 3.
Firepower. 16 plus 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'll do it. Ha!
Okay.
Ha! Well, I lost my firepower.
Now you're first fired.
All right.
So that
now I leave residual, right?
Yeah. Now you want to leave residual. 5.
So
6,
it's 8.
So it's 8. That's a 1 morale check on the 16. That's nasty. That is nasty. Something. Let's move that over.
And you're not Banzai, so you don't get that freaking.
Yeah. So 1 morale check. We could pass
that
quite
easily. Wow.
What do you think about that?
Got to come out. Freaking come out. All right, I'm going to first fire again.
You gonna intensify the gun?
No, oh shoot, that's right. That's right. You know what? Why not?
All right.
They're not exactly gonna help me because I can't fire any. I have to closest to shoot at the closest unit.
Right.
So I can't even if you come up behind them.
Intensify that like normally, right? Intensify IFE because you're going right on it. It's not. It's like.
I'm just gonna read up an intensifier.
I haven't remembered.
I thought the breakdown goes down by 2. That's
right. It does because you're firing on the IFE chart. Yeah, the breakdown just goes by 2. It's just you fire directly on the chart, and you only get the one. You only get the one shot. Pretty sure.
Yep. So it's 16 times it by 2 divided by 2. So it's just a regular 8 plus 3.
Right. 8 plus. Now it's only 8 plus. It's only 8 plus 1 now because you've already paid. You have already paid your covered arc penalty. Now you're facing him. Now it's only plus 1 because you're not changing your covered arc anymore. So it's going to be 8 plus 1. As long as you're doing that one right. So we'll check that one.
All right, here we go. Banzai. Oh, wrong side. All right.
4, 5 on the 8. That might be a what? 2 morale check?
2 morale check. Now you gotta fail this one.
Okay.
You gotta fail this one. It's a 2 morale check.
I'll try.
Oh, you gotta be joking.
He is pinned. He is pinned.
Yay!
I don't even know where the pin markers are, to be honest with you. I just have to pin this guy.
Oh no, it's right next to the DM. You see it in the. Oh, you probably have your vessel like.
Yeah, mine's a little different. Only.
I can put the pin. I'll put the pin on.
I think oh, there it is. I have it under CX for some reason.
I have it right here.
Okay, cool. Oh, there you go. I mean, we could right click on it, but yeah.
Well, at least you can't advance into close combat.
Yeah. And so how many?
The last
8 firepower in that darn hex. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
How many times can I intensify fire? Just once, right?
It's like sustained. It's like. So you're a gun, so it's not like you're using sustained fire. It's like intensive fire. Assuming you can actually even do that, to be honest with you, because it gets kind of hazy. Because it's like fired as a infantry firepower equivalent, but you're still a gun. It says after losing rate of fire with a gun or vehicle may make one final attack. 3.2.4.
I can't find intensive fire. Is there no intensive fire in the ASLSK4 again?
Yeah, it's 3.2.4.
Oh. Okay.
And it's a 1 section rule, but it covers like a page and a half. So I wish they would honestly break those up, but I'm not sure why they put everything into one chunk.
So let me just take a look at it really quickly here. There we go, intensify. Okay, so it can only fire again once in the same phase by using intensifier.
Right.
It's the first sentence of the intensifier section.
Right, so you can't even fire on... Even if I moved other units, you couldn't fire on those at all, right?
Nope, nope.
But you could fire the crew. I think you could fire the crew with final protective fire.
Great.
I'm pretty sure you can fire the crew with final protective fire. And it may...
Those pistols are, you didn't know, those pistols are, nothing to laugh at. There you go, 2 firepower.
You know what? We're gonna move some guys here. So we're gonna move him 2. We're gonna lose his concealment.
Who's moving? Sorry, I don't see it. Oh, I see him now.
Right there. 2, 3.
Yep.
4.
Can't do anything.
So you can final protect the fire there with the crew.
You know what? I'm going to. I mean, it's going to be a 2 firepower minus 2, right?
Right. 2 minus 2 because you're halved and doubled.
All right. Yeah. Remember the Alamo.
6. That is a pin task check. Those are actually more damage.
No, that's a pin, isn't
anything else. Yeah. Let me move this over a little bit because I can't get that. And he does pin. My guys can't make it to you. Okay, he's pinned.
Oh, okay, perfect. But I get pinned too because that was a protective.
Oh, 8. Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. All right, so in that case, let's move the other guy. Oh, you got 1 residual firepower there too.
Right, right.
Let's move the other guy, same location. 2, 3. So he'll take a 1 minus 2 shot to begin with.
1 minus 2. So it's in
no effect. And then, if you want to final protective fire on him again, you may do so.
That'll be just a 1. That'll be a 1 minus 1 minus 2, right?
Yeah, it'll be a 1 minus 2, correct. Okay, he will break and no effect on the unit. Wow. Well, you
ran out of
like
pistol shot.
You broke a dude and pinned other guys, so that's crazy.
He's done more than the whole U.S. force.
All right.
God damn.
But
yeah, you know what my original strategy was for everybody to retreat there should my first line break, but you're coming behind me. It's starting to become a big problem here.
Well,
they're cutting me off.
Yeah, the guy that broke right in the front, and then he routed, and then he kind of got stuck routing to H0. Really allowed my guys to get that free move the whole way, kind of like behind you on the side.
Oh
and yeah, it was kind of crazy. Normally they would, you normally think that he'd be able to route up to G2 and such, so on and so forth. And that would slow those guys up tremendously.
Yeah, that wasn't a good.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you had him unhipped there at the beginning of the game, but there's a number of places where you could stick the AA unit. To be honest with you, if you want to cheese it, if you want to cheese the game, you could stick him like an M2 way in the back over here, right? And at the end of the game, since you'll have 1 more moon phase, then you just advance phase up there, and depending on where I am, I may not even be able to get to you.
I was thinking about that because cheese is my thing, but I just thought like I need the firepower
Yeah.
anti-aircraft.
Yeah, the
Just
eight's
leaving it out
huge.
there, it's just like I need as much firepower as I can. Like that's the name of the game for the Americans. So
Right.
and, you know, to a certain extent, it did pretty good. All things considering, I mean, they had like what 30 guys charging.
Yeah, I mean, that's four squads. I had 4 squads chase after you, and only one's going to get to you.
Exactly, and like it's the gun's meant for anti-aircraft, not for.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good deal there. All right, my only other unit is the guy in H1, and let's see, that unit's got a route. I have to route first, so he has to route to I3. He can't go anywhere else. So let's just move these guys. You've got a lot of firepower there. It's
making a last stand.
That's a lot of firepower. So let's just move it. We're going to move these guys to, since you're not good order any longer, I do not lose concealment when I move in the open ground.
Yep.
So I move to I2, and then I'll move to I3 in preparation for this unit routing to that location.
Yeah.
Because I route first, that means I have to route away from your guy. If you routed first, then I'd have to route. Oh, then I could choose any 3 of those locations there. So not really where I want to put them, but I think I need that unit up, going sooner than later. All right. So that's it for my movement phase, and then defensive fire phase.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Since I'm already exposed, I'm going to my defensive fire from H4 to F6. I'm going to try it out. I think I can see it, right? I'm just going to do line of sight.
F6. 4, 5.
Yeah, I can see it.
He's at a lower level.
Oh, he's a lower level.
He's a lower level. Okay. He's not on the hill. He's not on the hill yet, but he's the lower level.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
So,
well,
yeah.
I can't see him. Phone can't see. Phone can't see him. Yeah, I don't think I have any defensive fire. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. So I'm gonna go to. Well, it's up now. Now it's advancing fire phase for you.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we can do the old tripled and halved, which we'll do. So we'll flip these over. Not that we really need them anymore, but we'll flip them over just for the heck of it. So let's remove the residual, and let's remove the defensive fire, and then so the unit in I8 will triple and halve. Okay. So that's 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So it's 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 on you?
Yep.
5, 7 on the 4. Is that a pin check?
It's a pin check, yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. Pin check's good. Oh, very good. That helps him a lot in close combat.
Oh my god.
I just want you to pin. The other guy's already pinned. So do I want to break that guy? Maybe I just want to kill him. It's going to be the same thing. So triple is 14. That's going to be 6 plus 2.
You might as well. I mean, like, there's no harm in doing it.
Well, if you break, you get to kind of route away. 2, 4, and
how do I do that? Because everywhere I go,
well, if you're leaving an enemy location, then you could just leave in any appropriate location.
Okay.
But after you leave,
subject to interdiction.
Yeah, subject to interdiction. Yeah, absolutely. And after you leave it, then you're subject to the normal routing rules.
Okay.
But since you're not in close combat, since you're not in melee, you have the option to move out of it because you're not locked in melee yet. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to fire on that guy because if you break, you could probably route up to Jones. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want Jones to have a whole bunch of guys with him. That would not be fun. So we're not going to fire him, and we're not going to fire my units adjacent to you either. So these guys are lax. Flip that. So, all right, that's an advanced fire over here. Let's try Let's try E6. We'll advance fire adjacent. That's going to be a 4 plus 2. Adjacent to F5. 4 plus 2. That'll be no effect. I just kind of looking for a pin right there. So,
Right.
and that's it for my advanced fire. So, route phase. I have to route first. This unit,
Yep.
the closest cover in MF is I3 because that will be 2, and I can't go to adjacent to you, and J0 is 3 away. So, and then I will stop there. I'm not sure why that DM is kind of like that. And then you'll and then we have no.
So I will. So for me, I would say it's L3, right?
Actually, L2. Yeah, L2 you can't go to. L3 you
Right,
have to go
because
to. Yeah, L3 is your first log location you go to. So that's 2. And then if you choose to, because there's other appropriate terrain, woods or building, or jungle or building in that case, you may continue to route. As long as you maintain,
I think
you can go 2, 4, 6. You can go essentially. You can burn the whole way through that area if you want.
So they're crew, so they're they can self.
They can they can self rally in every phase. They have a box on them, so they can self rally in every phase.
All right.
So you could just
riding through the forest.
And I still have to. I still have to chase him down because he's a multi. Well, actually, if I
I have to be on a hill.
Right, but if I destroy the gun now, I can allow him to be on a hill because the gun will allow me to leave one guy on a hill, which would be like the remaining crew. So I kind of wanted to kill him instead of break him. So that actually helped you by breaking because now I can't jump you in close combat and kill you.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do.
So you breaking sometimes breaking is a good thing. So
I just need one guy just right at the end, just do a cheesy victory.
All right, we're gonna control.
Okay, I think that's it. I don't think I have any other work.
Okay, and then this is off too. I'm trying to do a double thing here. Advanced phase. And advanced phase is going on. That's what they pay us for.
God damn it.
And okay. This guy will be CX'd because he's expending 4 movement factors.
Okay, so there's a disadvantage to close combat for that.
Right, but I'm taking his
Japanese.
What a cluster. I'm taking his -2 from concealment to kind of counteract most of that. And then these guys will.
Does he still get his concealment if we're moving in?
Yeah, because he advanced in. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then these other guys, I want. Let's advance this unit here to F6. He has to stay.
When you become CX, you don't lose your concealment.
Not if I advance. Not if I advance into concealment terrain. If I advance into G6, then I would lose my concealment because that's open ground. But if you advance into concealment terrain, you maintain your concealment. So in the PTO, it's pretty much every terrain. Anything but open ground, if you advance, you'll keep your concealment.
Oh, interesting.
So that will almost be a wash. Actually, you're going to be able to annihilate that concealed unit pretty easily with the -1 with the CX. So I'm not going to advance these other guys into close combat because that's what we were talking about earlier, that the lax would apply. And yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So let's just be straight close combats. And this machine gun up here, he's going to move to I2. And those 2 units in I2 and I3 may combine to form a fire group because they are not both in the jungle kunai bamboo, so they can fire group together in case you want to move to H2 for whatever reason. So
okay.
So one of these actually this other guy, well, that guy's in open ground as well. So you know what, we're gonna advance. If I advance and then take the gun out, let's advance to the gun. We're gonna advance to the gun instead. I think once the gun is gone, then it kind of gives us a slight advantage. All right. So there's that. We have 1 ambush and potentially 3 close combats. So fun. Let's go with the one with the concealed guy. So you tell me the modifiers for ambush, and then we'll get the ball rolling on that.
Okay, so for me, since since this guy is a raider, let's see. So I get -1.
Okay.
You, as a Japanese, get +1 because you're an attacker in the jungle.
Okay.
+1 because you're CX, so that's +2. But you're -2. You get -1 because you're Japanese. Vex +1. And you get -2 because you're concealed. Does it matter that only one of your units was concealed?
Does not matter. As long as I get the concealment bonus, it applies to the entire ambush.
Okay, so it goes down. You become -1. Wow. Okay.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Jesus. So we're both the same then.
Right. So it's just a straight up roll.
All right.
Straight up roll.
There we go. There's my ambush roll. 1 die roll.
Ugh.
1.
Okay, here's my 5.
Come on. Yeah, here we go.
I always roll 5. Whatever single die roll is, it's always a 5. So you ambush me, which means two things. You can either withdraw. Actually, technically, you can choose a target.
I don't think I can withdraw. Can I withdraw? I think that's full ASL. I don't know if you can do that in Starter Kit.
Oh, really? Oh.
I don't, because I was looking.
That kind of sucks.
Because I was looking at the concealment rules for close combat, because that's what I was thinking of. Like, if you try jumping,
right, you just back up.
Yeah, but I didn't. When I read the concealment rules, I didn't see anything about withdraw. I'm like,
right. Oh my gosh. Really? I mean, how difficult it is to write that in there? If you ambush, you can just leave. You know, I mean.
I think maybe because there's so much rules surrounding it.
Well, not just leave. If because you determine, all this is determination of whether you ambush or not. And if you do ambush, you could choose not to fight and just exit to any accessible location, as long as it's not enemy occupied. Pretty much, that's all you really need to write. But wow.
Yeah, see, like if you take a look at 8.3.2 concealment effects, you don't see anything about withdrawing from close combat.
Wow, 3.8. Of course, the 3.8 is another.
Right. The only thing I think in Starter Kit is that you get the -2 ambush roll. That's for concealment. That's the only thing that I think. Right. Oh, wait a minute. Last sentence. The concealment is never held in the lead. What does that mean?
That means if my concealed unit doesn't attack you, I could just move out of the hex or fire within the hex next turn. But I don't get to attack.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, there are cases
does that mean I can withdraw then, or?
You know, like if I needed to get through your hex to exit, or let's say you jumped into my hex and I needed to run out, I might not choose to attack, so I can leave next turn. Of course, you get the defensive fire on me if no one else is in the hex, but it allows me to leave next turn. So there are instances where you would not want to attack. But I think you're right. It just gives you a -1.
The -2 for concealment. Ambush roll for concealed. Yeah, I don't see, because I know in the chart for full ASL there's a section that says drawing.
Yeah, it just says you attack first. That's it.
Something like that, but I didn't see it in this one.
It's not an SK. Yeah, close combat in SK is pretty much to the death, which is not really.
Yeah, because there's no prison. In SK, there's no prisoners. There's nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. So essentially, you get to attack first, and then I.
So do you lose your concealment then? Do I get to see what that unit is, so I can determine whether I want to kill one or both of them?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, he's a full squad. You do get to know his strength. He's a full squad. So because I get to choose which one the target is, right? Right. But the problem is the problem you kind of run into, and that's what the problem with concealment is since you ambushed me, you get to attack first. So technically, I'm not even attacking yet. So. So
I can't choose you as a target?
Well, you could choose me as a target, but I would still get the concealment. I think I'd still get the concealment bonus because I'm yet to attack. Whereas normally close combat simultaneously, and so if I, say you didn't ambush me and I wanted to use that unit, I would lose you lose his concealment because I'm attacking you in close combat because it's simultaneous. But since you ambush, it's not simultaneous. You get to attack first, which means I get the benefit of concealment until.
Yeah, but in the close combat table on the combat modifier, there's nothing about concealment. It's just for ambushing.
Well, the concealment would be right. But your firepower would be halved because you're attacking a concealed unit. as
Oh,
normal. A normal application of area target. Yeah, of area fire, not area target, but area fire.
oh, really?
Yeah, but I think since you ambushed me, you could choose hand-to-hand combat if you wanted to.
Well, I have to because you're Japanese.
Right, but I'm Japanese. Oh yeah, because it's the close combat is because you can't withdraw and all that crap. So yeah, the close combat is hand-to-hand. So it's a matter of how you want to split that up. And as far as I know,
well, I want to go for the whole smash
the
because
whole
I get bonuses. I want to go for, like, so if it's 8 to 5, right? So that's a 1 to 2. What is
yeah, but oh man, this is where it gets kind of quirky, to be honest with you. This is where when they hybridize the rules, it really jacks it up. So let's look under concealment and close combat, because that'll only be in the Japanese section. That'll be in the very small section.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't say anything about close combat for concealment. I didn't read that anymore. So it's on page 31, 8.3 concealment.
Right.
Starting kit instructions, right?
So maybe I have to say that I want to attack in close combat because again, SK is SK. Maybe.
So it says a concealed unit loses concealment when it engages in close combat without both ambushing and eliminating all the enemies.
Right.
So
and where's exactly that? That's in
you're not ambushing because I ambushed you, right?
Right. But you get to attack first.
I interpret that. I interpret that as you lose your concealment. You know what I'm saying? Or
where's this? Is 832? Is that where you're looking at?
Yeah, 8.3. It says so at the bottom of the bottom paragraph where it has the bullet point.
Yeah.
Concealed unit loses concealment when any of the following happens in line of sight of a non-HIP good order enemy unit.
Okay.
And on the second bullet point, it says engages in close combat without both ambushing and eliminating all enemy units in hex.
Right.
So since I ambush you, means that you didn't ambush me, so therefore you lose concealment, right? Does that make sense? It's like the opposite of. So basically, what I read from that statement is that if a concealed unit goes into close combat, you have to both ambush and then kill all the enemy units. So that means first you need to have won the ambush roll. Since you didn't win the ambush roll, you lost. That means you lose concealment, right?
Right.
Because the only way to keep concealment in close combat is if you both ambush and then kill all of them.
So how would you maintain concealment in close combat? Only if you're broken, like the guy.
No. If you're concealed and then you ambush me, that means you get to attack me without me rolling back. And if you kill all my units, then you can still keep ambush because I never attack back because you killed all of them, right?
Right, but look at the last point of 832. It says a concealed unit is never held in melee. So when would that apply? When would you maintain concealment? I understand your point. Your point of the bullet point, it makes sense that if that, it doesn't really say that it doesn't say concealed units have to attack in close combat. I think that might be under the close combat rules, but I didn't see any like additions that added close combat, concealment into close combat, like where you don't have to attack, that sort of thing.
Oh.
Because if I attack, I obviously lose it because I'm an LOS of a good order enemy unit. Because you don't flip the melee until at the end of the close combat phase. So you're still good order at that point.
I don't know. I don't know when you'll be ever the concealed unit still be in melee. That second bullet point gives me.
Oh, it says
gives me the.
Let's go from here. It says prior to declaring close combat attacks. Each player makes a die roll for ambush. That succeed ambush, you get -1 until that CC becomes a melee at the end of the close combat phase. That's fine. Ambush die rolls are subject to yada yada yada. Okay. The ambushing side resolves all of its attacks first. Only surviving enemy units may attack back after being ambushed. So, from my perspective, is that I haven't attacked yet, and I may not even be alive to attack. So my concealment's not gone because I haven't attacked yet, because I'm not declaring any attacks. I may not be there. Let's see, CC versus vehicle doesn't apply. Attack versus vehicle doesn't apply. The vehicle may take infantry and doesn't apply. Germany fees, nope. If infantry both sides remain in some case, because right here it says right here they need to put errata. I think they may have missed this. Second and third paragraph down from the end of 3.8. If it's on the back side on 18. If infantry from both sides, any of which is unbroken, remain in the same location after all initial close combat attacks have been resolved at the end of the close combat phase, they are considered to be held locked in melee and may not conduct any other activity other than close combat. It doesn't specify concealed units at all in here, which it should. This should be one of those areas where it has like the little highlighted text. Place a melee counter on such a hex. New units may advance to close combat. Non-melee units may attack. Yeah. So
what does it say for full? What does it say for full ASL? Does it allow me to target? I know like we're not supposed to use full ASL, but obviously I'm getting the impression that this is a bit of a loophole.
Yeah,
so what does full ASL say?
If I could choose to attack or not attack, but my attacks, before I designate my attacks,
right?
We do ambush and we determine who gets ambushed, and then you resolve if you attack first, then you choose whatever attacks you want, and then whatever left for me, I attack with whatever I have left. Let's say, so there's no point in pre-designating my attacks, because let's say like the guys on the bottom, right? Let's say if you have multi-stacks, if I had like a striped squad, a full squad, and a crew, and I needed the striped squad and the crew to go 1-to-1 against a 5.5.8, and you killed one of them, then okay, screw it, I'm going to add the 4.4.7 to make it a 1-to-1 now. So it'll all change anyway, because I don't have to designate my attacks until after the ambush is resolved. And but it doesn't say it doesn't specify anything, and the concealment rules in the back, a concealed unit is never held in melee, and for all intents and purposes, it should have a section in that close combat stating that close combat units don't have to attack, because as you pointed out, if it engages in close combat without both ambushing and eliminating, it says all enemy units in the hex, and in ASL, if I ambush you, then I'd only have to eliminate my target. So you can have 2 squads in there. If I ambush you and I target one squad, I kill him, I still maintain concealment, and then you can attack me. So it's actually different from here. But you know, we can only go by here. It moves and moves.
So what do you think we should do?
I think I don't know. I'll submit a question. I'll just lose it. I don't think I should lose it, but I'll just lose it because it really doesn't. It doesn't say anything. I'll just lose it.
Okay.
And then,
so can I target him or no? So I can be able to target
both.
Right?
You can target them individually or both.
I'm gonna do both.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna. Now the -1 only applies to the guy on the bottom, the CX.
Oh really?
Yeah. So when you roll, you'll
don't I roll for
only that guy will get the extra -1 for being CX.
Do I have to roll for each one?
No, you roll collectively because you're attacking them combined.
Right.
So
it doesn't just because one person came in CX does that mean I get to? Doesn't apply for both of them?
Doesn't
because I'm rolling for both of them, right?
Right. But
it does, right?
You're probably going to eliminate them both. That's a good roll.
That's what I need. I want to, because you CX'd in there, so I want to. So it'd be to my advantage you only roll once for both units,
right?
And you take, and correct me if I'm wrong, you take all the modifiers, whatever unit did something. So if one unit goes into a CX, that means that minus whatever that penalty is applied to both units when in close combat.
No, that penalty is applied to him. It's like a guy with a flamethrower. The -1 for holding a flamethrower only applies to the guy holding the flamethrower.
So if I want to attack both,
you'll have a -1 on the 4.4.7. You're going to be 1-2, right?
But I don't roll it twice, do I?
No, you roll it once.
Right. So I need to.
-1 will apply to top. A -2 will apply to the next guy.
Oh, I get it. So I'll roll once, and then whatever. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Kind of long.
The results are going to be a little bit different for the same dice roll. depending on what for each target
Right.
unit.
So let's say
Okay,
you got a
got it.
casual
Okay, I
reduction.
get it.
Well, go ahead and roll. We'll see what happens. I think you're just going to eliminate the
Okay. Okay, so so wait, so I get -1 because I'm ambushed, right?
Right.
Does the jungle offer me anything? No.
Nothing. No TS.
And I'm also a ranger. Oh no, ranger only gives you -1. That's it. All right. So I need the kill number is 6 for 1 to 2.
Right.
So I need a 7.
A 7 for
because
the
I'm
top
ambushing.
squad and 8 for the bottom squad to casual reduction.
Okay. There we go.
A 7. Okay. So what that will do is that will eliminate the bottom guy because you're a -2, right?
Yep.
For the bottom guy, this guy will get eliminated.
Yep. Yep.
And the other guy will be casualty reduced. And now I
he's still freaking powerful, this guy. God damn it.
And I still get to attack back.
Ah.
So I'm at 1 to 4. Okay. I was ambushed, which is +1, right? And then where is that?
But you get Japanese.
But I'm Japanese, so it's -1. So I need a 5 for casual reduction on you. Wow. Okay. And I casual reduce. After slaughtering me, I still get to kill some of your guys. That's so crazy.
Oh my god. All right.
And so let me half squad him and clone him.
Yep. Yep.
So we'll put him over here. And now those guys are melee. I think I should have maintained. Oh, that was hand to hand. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Why? Oh, so it's hand to hand melee. Now is it hand to hand next turn? It's hand to hand next turn, right?
It's hand to hand now because it's Japanese.
But like if you ambushed me, if you attacked me, it doesn't need to be hand to hand. But next turn it turns into a hand to hand because now I'm the attacker.
Oh, I thought if any close combat with Japanese units always become.
No, only when they're the attacker. Or if you ambush me, you can choose to go into hand to hand.
Oh, whoops! Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that if you ambush me, it's a hand to hand close combat. But if I just move into close combat, then it's going to be hand to hand.
Okay, let me read that. I didn't see that. I didn't know that. Among other things.
It says whenever at least one Japanese unit is the attacker, or ambushes the enemy close combat. That CC, well, wait, what?
Is the ambush?
That's a long ass run-on sentence. Whenever at least one Japanese unit is the attacker in close combat melee, or ambushes the enemy in close combat, which means I'm the defender. So if I ambush you, theoretically, that automatically becomes and remains hand-to-hand combat using the HTH instead of normal, unless every such Japanese unit in it was ambushed and or is pinned, in which case it reverts to the normal close combat. Each Japanese hand-to-hand close combat attack. So you can't use hand-to-hand until.
No, I can't use close combat. No. So son of a. So I didn't get anything then.
That's pretty. Well, that's different than ASL. Tell you what, that's different than ASL. Japanese. Well, that sucks.
So I don't have a choice to go into hand to hand. I never want to go to hand.
Right. Like only I get to choose. But in PTO, in ASL PTO, if you ambush me, then you can choose to go hand to hand. But the Japanese attackers must go hand to hand. So what'd you roll? 7. Oh. You're gonna casual reduce to 4-4-7, right?
No, because it's 1 to 2. I need a 4.
Oh. Well, that's what? Yeah.
Because I'm not doing the hand to hand.
Yeah, and I would have eliminated you, right?
Yay. Okay. Well, that's what happened.
No. Hold on. Let's go back to the beginning. Let me flip this guy back over.
To be honest, if I couldn't do hand to hand, I wouldn't have chose killing both of you. You want to do the whole CC thing again, or?
Let's just do the thing. So your squad. So yeah. We'll do the whole thing again. But if you went against them all.
I went against all of them all. I need a 4 because I'm not doing hand to hand, right?
Right. Then you would need something super low. You wouldn't get any casualties, and I'd be 3-2, and I don't think I would have gotten any casualties too. What I roll, like a 5 or something like that?
You rolled a 5, yeah. So you would have killed me.
5. Okay. We'll just redo it. We just want to get it right. So again, I'm gonna put a post up on there, a question on when do you lose concealment in close combats, because it really kind of doesn't state it, and because you got to read 12 paragraphs in the close combat section, it's kind of whatever. So we'll just start over again. Right. I'm gonna assume I lose concealment, so concealment's gone, and you may divvy up your attack. You'll be a 1-to-1 -2 versus the CX guy if you want to choose just him.
I think I'll do that. I want to go for because I don't have a choice, right?
Right. So, yeah. You want a 1-to-1 -2, so it's a.
So I need a 7.
You need a 7.
Like a 7. Yeah. 1-to-1 because it's any of 5, and then the -2. -1 because I'm back plus you. Right. -1 because it's because you're CX.
Correct.
So so here we go. I'll try it again. Here we go. 5. So I killed you.
Yeah, he's killed straight up. So he's killed straight up. He doesn't get to attack back. He's just gone. No. Now I have a 1-to-2 against you, and so I will need something low because I'm +1. The +1 for being ambushed, and the -1 cancels. So I need like a 4.
No, you need a 6 because you're hand to hand.
No, I'm not the attacker.
Oh.
Or I was ambushed. You ambushed me, so I don't get to hand to hand yet.
Oh, I know, but wait, no, because but you're attacking now, aren't you?
No, I'm attacking back. But yes, you are attacking, but I am not the attacker, or I didn't ambush you. Like if I was the defender, if you moved to me, the
no, you are the attacker because you advanced it.
Right, but I was ambushed, and so therefore it cancels my hand-to-hand capability. Now next turn, it will just be a hand-to-hand combat because I think it just turns into it at that point.
Oh, okay.
Because you ambushed me in my turn, that takes the hand-to-hand combat away.
Oh, I got it. So I get to fight close combat in my turn.
Right.
I don't want to rush in there. Got it. You couldn't come in there bayonets, charging. Okay, I get it.
Right, but again, it's the one.
It's very narrative. That's very narrative, I guess.
That thing. Let me. That entire paragraph is one sentence. 8.184, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 lines of text is one sentence. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for clarity. Yeah, so whenever one Japanese is the attacker or ambushes in, that move can hand him. Unless.
Oh, it says in that set.
Yeah.
Unless every such unit participant was ambushed and is or pinned. In which case it reverts to normal close combat chart.
Right.
So you're right.
And so and then next.
Oh, you don't even get the -1 hand to hand.
Yeah, you're right. Because not hand to hand.
Right.
Yep.
Is that am I reading that right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, because I'm jumping on you. Essentially I pull out my weapons. Pull out my little blades and stuff like that.
So you must get bayonets.
My little wakasashis
and yeah. So you don't get that additional minus close combat then, right?
Right. By unpin. Yeah, it says by unpinned Japanese in hand to hand. We're not in hand to hand. So I'm just straight up. I'm straight up 1-to-2 bonehead +1. I'm just a regular loser European unit.
So you need a 4. You're doing 1-to-2, right?
I need a 3 for his casualty reduction. How embarrassing! I should just commit.
Carry right now.
Carry right here. So let's show the close combat here. Let's go. Boom. 5. No effect. So now that's the melee. Okay. Jeez.
Now you're in melee.
Yeah, I need to write a question on that because that is not clear whatsoever. Because it says right at the end of concealment units can leave melee. It's like, well, but if you look in close combat, it doesn't say you can't attack. I mean, unless I'm missing something. So I'll review it later. Not a big deal. He's dead. Your roll was low enough. You would have killed the other unit anyway if he was concealed, because I'm assuming you would have just chosen the other guy. And so he would have been dead. The results exactly the same. So
okay.
So that's cool.
All right. That was really.
Wow, that's weird.
Really
That
was really interesting. That was really interesting.
I mean, I'll tell you,
All right.
how cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go. Okay, let's start. Let's start with the guy on the bottom. No ambush, because I'm already in the hex.
All right.
Now the hand-to-hand. Let me get that stupid counter out. Where's that stupid counter out? What?
So you don't need the lax, right? There's no lax and give.
Yeah, the lax kind of doesn't really apply, to be honest with you. It's kind of
because there's no ambush.
Yeah, so this is kind of erroneous, and that's gone at the end of the phase because it's red.
Yep.
So, but this is hand-to-hand. So now, and you're pinned, thank goodness. But it doesn't apply to your defense. So your defense is the same. Let me see.
No, it's just according to the by pin unit. It's half for me, so it's half firepower.
Right. So you'd be 2.5. You're going to be firing at 1 to 2, but it'll be hand-to-hand. So it's not going to make that much of a difference. You're 6. You're going to have like a 6. So it'll be pretty good. So I'm a first-line Japanese squad.
Yep.
And
so you get the -1.
I get the -1, and that's about it, right? So it'll be 3
yeah,
to
that's
5,
about it.
1 to 2, hand-to-hand close combat -1. I need a 7 for a casualty reduction.
Okay.
Okay. And then you will need a 2.5 to 3. Your 1 to 2 units. You'll need a 6
so
for
I need
reduction.
Yeah, I need a 6.
I need a 7. You need a 6. Here's my 7. There's a 4.
All right, here's my retaliation. Ha
Oh man! Oh my gosh! So I eliminates him, so he's gone this turn.
Oh!
Man, I should just jump you with 3-4-7 striped squads. The full squads don't do anything. The striped squads kill you all day long.
You got that.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on with that. So here I'm going to lose because I actually have like a regular unit in there. Okay, so I'm 5 to 5.
You got 2 units in here.
Yeah, so this is a 1-to-1.
5 to 5, so it's 1-to-1.
1 to 1. So now I need an 8 for casualty reduction, and then you may choose one to either. You actually have a 1-to-1 against the crew if you want, but the choice is.
Oh no, I'm pinned. I'm pinned, so I'm half the firepower. So
right, so 2.5. But the crew, the crew is 2 firepower.
I'm gonna go for both. I'm gonna go for pro because
that's exactly 1 to 2. Yeah, with 6 firepower. Yeah. So I need an 8 for a kill.
So I need. Okay, go for it.
6 will kill you.
All right, you're gonna die. Die! Did it work? Oh yeah, it worked.
That's a casualty reduction. Oh, okay. So now it's a random selection to see who gets casualty reduction.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So a casualty reduction on the crew will kill it.
Okay.
A casualty reduction on the squad will reduce it to a half squad. Although the crew does have a stripe, a casualty reduction on a crew will kill it because it's not a failed. Crew's failing morale check stripe, but crew's casualty reduced die. So
casualty reduction.
Yeah. So if you get the crew, I'll roll 2 dice. I'll just do a dice roll. The colored die roll will be the crew.
Okay.
Okay. So you casualty reduce the squad. The squad just becomes a half squad, and the crew is fine.
There you go.
So,
damn it!
That's crazy.
Bayonets, man. God damn it! All right, I'm gonna take the first samurai sword, hang it as a trophy. The first one I get.
But see, I haven't even come across the -2 leaders. The game's over when I jump you in close combat. There, that's a 1 roll for me, and 1 and done.
I know, that's the hard part.
It's just a 1 and done on those guys because this lax is gone. And wow,
I haven't killed them. I am not killing enough people here.
And then we go to bad guy turn 3.
All right. Well, wait. You get to put concealment in any units that are not in line of sight.
Oh right.
So I7 and I8 I think qualify.
That guy conceals. This guy conceals.
C5.
C5. Oh yeah. That's why I moved him back so he can get concealed.
Actually, K2, K2, and K3 actually.
Oops. Yep. Those guys in the back there. And then the units in I3 as well. Well, they're already concealed. Sorry. So this guy gets concealed. Oh. Boom. Move it up. You can't conceal it for this guy. I'll just clone that. It's just easier to clone it. Clone it and move it. All right. All right. So all the concealments are done. Guy in open ground doesn't gain it. Kishimoto.
Yeah, I still see him as concealment. Yeah, I think still counts.
Yeah, right? Yeah, because you're still an enemy unit. If he weren't there, the unit in F5 would not deny me concealment. I would still get concealment. Because the unit in F5 is not good order any longer. Alright, so we placed our concealments. We would cut off a little bit of the footage right there at the end. Nothing changed. It was just the end of the turn. We decided to cut it from there. So, concealment gains are important. I took the gun out. Well, actually, I've taken the crew away from the gun. But in all honesty, that crew, by him breaking on that final protective fire, allowed him to route away and then therefore route to safety. Because if he didn't route away, I think he was pinned still. He was going to be jumped in close combat and killed practically automatically. Because it's going to be hand-to-hand combat. He's gone. 2-to-1 or higher. It's just gone. So, for all intents and purposes, that's a savings grace for him just firing, and breaking. It allows him to route away because there was no Banzai action on top of that unit. So, he's going to be a pain in the butt because he's a self-rally capability. There's a lot of close combat. When you notice the hand-to-hand close combat, you want to approach it a little differently. The reason why is you check the charts out. If you look at the charts, the singular 1-to-1 close combat has a kill value of 7. So if you throw 2 squads in there and you get 2-to-1 value, you're only going to go up by 2. But the problem is the hand-to-hand combat value is so high, it gives your opponent the advantage of being able to kill you more of your units than he has the chance to lose of his. So it's an interesting dynamic where in normal close combat, you probably want to hammer guys in there, get 2-3-to-1 odds. Still a risk, but in hand-to-hand close combat, you can go 1-to-2, 1-to-4, and still have decent odds of killing a large number of units in hand-to-hand. So you don't necessarily need the numbers, which is kind of odd, but it's something you want to think about, and it's something I did on that 337 or the 237 and the 228. Actually, it was the reduced squad. I jumped him in there, and you see how I kind of figured out the numbers there. It's like, well, I don't need to jump a full squad in there because they're really not going to give me anything. It's just going to give me risk. And I'll throw a crew in there, 1-to-1 odds, increase the number by 1. And so I'll go with that. And there's 2 targets for him to choose from. He could get an easy kill on one, or actually a decent kill on both of them, to be honest with you. So I decided to go with that. Keep my other 447 alive. That can step reduce twice, and be an effective fighting unit for the rest of the battle. And that's the way you gotta roll with it. And hand-to-hand close combat is a dirty thing. It's very, very destructive. I mean, just units are going all over the place. Plus, I wanted to go with the old adage that all my reduced units were getting actual successful kills, while my full squads weren't getting any kills at all. So, tune in next time, part 3. We're going to close in on the Americans. We haven't tangled with his 9-2 or his 10-2 yet. Don't really want to. They'll destroy units, and because of their high morale value, they can final protective fire, and final protective fire multiple times with the -2 modifier is not going to be pretty for the Japanese. So I've been wanting to avoid those -2 leaders, pick off all the other guys, and then therefore at the end, hopefully I could just charge those guys and see what happens. But we'll see. Tune in for part 3 coming up. Thanks a lot, guys.